Developing competent, diverse workforces, responsibly managing the finances of a business, and implementing policies that promote a functional public sector are at the heart of a thriving economy. At the University of Pretoria's Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences, we pride ourselves on producing resilient graduates who do this and more by working towards creating value in the market as well as government institutions. The faculty is home to 8 departments, a school and 2 institutes which focus on management sciences, economics, financial sciences, and public management and administration. These are supported by technologically advanced learning systems and acclaimed lecturers, some of whom are international. With more than 70 postgraduate programs and an established track record of impactful research, we enjoy long-standing industry partnerships and associations with several reputable institutes and companies. We are regarded amongst the world's top economic and management sciences faculties, boasting a number of academics who are rated by the National Research Foundation. This has been further cemented by our successful alumni, employed in top positions in government and companies, with many running successful enterprises across the globe. At UP's Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences, we develop innovative, responsible leaders that create value and make an impact on society.
A warm welcome to all our colleagues joining us for our virtual annual EMS year-end celebrations. We are very excited to spend some time together, even if it's through your screens and not in person. December is a month that ushers a festive mood as the year comes to an end, and we all look forward to a well-deserved break. For us, at the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences, December is always a time of celebration where we recognize the sterling achievements and performance of our staff. The success of the faculty in the past year would not have been possible without the dedication and hard work of our academic, professional, and support staff. Thank you to every staff member that made the faculty shine despite the challenges of the year. You strove for excellence in your research, teaching, and academic citizenship amidst a global pandemic. Your resilience and adaptability is truly commendable. I also wish to recognize each and every staff member who published opinion pieces, participated in webinars, policy dialogues, and shared expert commentary with the media or radio or television. Please know that we notice and value these contributions. Your efforts in enhancing the visibility of the faculty through such engagements are highly appreciated. I would like to share a few highlights about our faculty. The number of staff with PhD continues to increase, and currently 53% of our academic staff have a PhD, and we know that a few more will graduate in 2022. Our staff members have continued to put the faculty on the global map through their accolades and appointments to national and international bodies. I would like to take this opportunity to highlight some of these accolades. Professor Rangan Gupta is one of 2 UP researchers listed in the prestigious Clarivat highly cited researchers list of 2021. Dr. Peter Conradi was recognized by the South African Institute of Professional Accountants for the best PhD research in the accounting sciences category. Professor Inglesi Lotz was named Vice President for Regional Affairs of the International Association of Energy Economics for the period 2021 to 2022. Professor Heinrich Bollmann was recently appointed and elected as President of the Economic Society of South Africa for the 2021-23 term. We're also very proud of Professor Rola Inglesi-Lotz and Professor Melanie Wiese, who delivered their inaugural lectures in celebration of their full professorships on the 31st of August and 17th of November, respectively. This is to name but a few. Professors Barak and Stein will now share some more outstanding staff and student achievements with you, including celebrating and honoring our annual EMS Award winners who have contributed to the faculty's academic successes. From my side, I wish to congratulate all of our winners. Let me start by requesting Prof. Stein to highlight what he thinks have been the most notable teaching and learning successes in 2021.
The one successful teaching and learning story of EMS over the past year must be our faculty's innovative implementation of digitally enhanced teaching modalities. Since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic and the national lockdown in 2020, EMS staff members put a tremendous amount of time and effort into changing their teaching activities from face-to-face to online modes of teaching. Staff members have had to become proficient in the use of digitally enhanced teaching methods and simultaneously provide students with more support and assistance to enable them to study in this new and foreign environment. Examples of some of the digitally enhanced teaching and learning practices that were successfully used by our lecturers in EMS is the use of virtual reality technology to provide students with context and to develop their soft skills, the use of gamification software to promote the risk and ethical awareness amongst our students, the use of e-filing software to simulate the real-world application of tax legislation, the use of data visualization software for business analytics, the use of supply chain management simulation software, the use of interactive online competitive interplay software for strategic management simulations. These are just a few of the examples, and I know there are many more in our faculty. The other success story of our faculty during the past year was the assurance of learning. Under the guidance of Professor Melanie Wiese and the positive involvement of faculty members, EMS was able to complete the AOL process for all our undergrad programs, as well as for the majority of our postgraduate programs. I wish to thank each and every staff member in EMS for the initiatives and hard work to make teaching and learning a success story this year for EMS. Prof. Rose.
2021 reminds me of the famous quote from Dickinson's Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. We still miss the togetherness and the stimulation of conference attendance and the physical interaction with our research collaborators. But the COVID-19 world has given us many interesting and new research questions. In such a contradictory time, there have been many research achievements and successes. I wish to highlight a few of these important ones. Firstly, the faculty had 32 doctoral graduates, including 9 staff members. Once again, I congratulate Peter Conradi and his supervisor, Derek de Jong, with an exceptional thesis honored by SAIPA. 2 of our graduates also won awards at the 2021 SAIPA Top Achievers Awards competition for the best Masters research in the Masters of Commerce in Accounting Sciences and Masters of Commerce Taxation categories. Secondly, although the EMS, based on research outputs, lost momentum in 2020, it would now appear as if we will be in a better position by the end of 2021. Our researchers continue to publish in high-quality journals, because 82% of our outputs are in international journals. Thirdly, the faculty increased its number of NRF-rated researchers to 40. The number of researchers with an H index of 16 or more has increased to 18. And with the EMS emphasis on publishing in high-quality journals, this figure will increase. Last but not least, the research from our faculty has gained visibility, and it is recognized across the university. A good example is our Dean, Professor Margaret Shatika Mabugu, who presented an expert lecture on the 16th of November entitled Implications of a Green Economic Recovery for South Africa.
Indeed, we have great successes, and I'm pleased that we have maintained our international subject rankings with improvements in 2 areas, social sciences and management, as well as accounting and finance. Prof. Barak, please announce the winners of the 2020 EMS Research Awards.
Thank you, Prof. Margaret. Now for the moment that we've been waiting for. It gives me great pleasure to announce the EMS Best Research Performance for the year 2020. The award for the most improved departmental research output goes to the Department of Taxation. I would like to call on Professor Annette Okutte, the acting head of the department, to tell us about their exceptional year.
As the acting head of Department of Taxation, on behalf of the department, I am joyful and excited to receive the Dean's Most Improved Departmental Research Output Award. And we are trying hard in the current difficult circumstances to try not only to maintain our momentum, but to even aim higher. Thank you so much, Dean Margaret Chitiga Mabugu and the university administration at large for the facilities and the support you provide for us to research. As researchers, we often work hard in our offices, doing our best to publish because this is one of the key performance areas the university requires of us, as we are encouraged by the funding that is given for our outputs. However, these institutional expectations often overshadow the bigger picture, which is to contribute to the knowledge economy through not only the quantity and quality of our research outputs, but also impactful outputs that lead to change in our society. In the pursuit of these aspirations, the Department of Taxation has over the last 3 years been intentional about improving our research output, and so we have put in place measures that we trust will pay off. In 2017, our total accredited publication units were 3.14. This rose to 6.44 in 2019 and 6.83 in 2020. This improvement can in part be alluded to the fact that in 2018, the department adopted a 5-year research strategy for 2019 to 2023, which is in line with UP's Strategic Plan 2025 and the EMS Research Vision and the faculty's expectations of the department over the 5 years. We carried out a SWOT analysis, and together we identified the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats to research in the department. By 2018, we had only 4 members with doctorates out of 16 academics. In terms of our strategy, the research output expectations of the members are based on their qualifications. Members' research focus areas were identified in line with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. We created a departmental Google Drive in which we upload files, for example, on lists of tax conferences to attend, accredited tax journals, research funding opportunities, tax conferences, and information on support services needed. To monitor and evaluate progress, members submit quarterly publication progress reports in which they set out articles published, articles submitted or being worked on, papers presented at conferences, grants, awards, recognitions, and any support needed to advance one's research. Each member of the department was called upon to develop a personal 5-year research strategy. The department holds quarterly research days where members discuss their research. Over the years, we've also held an annual SAICA and UP symposium, which provides an avenue for staff to present and publish their papers with international tax scholars as co-authors. In 2021, we developed a departmental formal mentorship program to build the publication record of staff members with the initial focus on postdoctoral development under the formal mentorship of our extraordinary professors. In November 2021, which is just last month, we carried out a mid-term review of our 5-year research strategy and considered how to reinvent ourselves and increase our research outputs. We are so happy that in 2021, 3 more members obtained their doctorates, which makes a total of 7 doctorates in the department. We are therefore confident that with the above in place and with your support, Madam Dean, the Department of Taxation will continue to make the EMS faculty proud. I thank you so much for your attention.
2020 First Journal Article Publication, Dr. Jessie Naidu. 2020 Best Junior Researcher in Management Sciences. This year there are 2 winners, Dr. Tinashe Ndoru and Professor Elizabeth Duprea. 2020 Best Junior Researcher in Financial Sciences, Ms. Naomi Wilkinson. 2020 Best Junior Researcher in Economic Sciences, Dr. Nikki Nichols. 2020 Best Senior Researcher in Management Sciences, Professor Melanie Visser. 2020 Best Senior Researcher in Financial Sciences, Professor Annette Gutte. 2020 Best Senior Researcher in Economic Sciences, Professor Rula Nglizi Lotz. For the 7th consecutive year, the 2020 Researcher of the Year is Professor Rangang Gupta.
Hello everyone. I'd like to start off by thanking the Research Committee of the faculty for considering me for this award. Also, I'd like to thank my department for maintaining a very conducive environment for research over the years. Finally, I'd also like to thank all my co-authors without whom this would not be possible. As far as my research is concerned, over the last few years, my area of research has shifted a bit from pure macroeconomics to more financial economics, with a lot more focus on asset and commodity markets. As we all know, the last 2 years have been very different for all of us, but when I compare the difficulties that many people who I know have had to face in terms of health and financial securities, I have really no complaints. Given the hardships that we continue to see around us, I made a concerted effort to ensure that if I indeed do any research related to the COVID-19 pandemic, it must have some practical implications and must not be purely of academic value. In this regard, I believe that some of the co-authored research that I have done on forecasting returns and volatility of financial and commodity markets due to uncertainty associated with infectious diseases, that is not only COVID-19, but also previous diseases like outbreak of previous infectious diseases like MERS, SARS, Ebola, and so on and so forth, could be of a lot of help to investors in terms of making their portfolio decisions. Keeping along the same lines, more recently some of my co-authored research have also involved work on tail or extreme risks in financial and commodity markets, which we observe during this ongoing pandemic. And also we have recently started focusing a lot on climate related risks involving not only rising temperatures but also the volatility associated with these temperatures. And we have applied this to historical data involving these markets, financial markets and commodity markets, which span over centuries of data. Finally, I'd like to thank again each and everyone for being so supportive of my research, including my family for their understanding. And I would also finally like to congratulate all the winners. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Professor. Prof. Sain, kindly announce the winners of the 2020 EMS Teaching Awards.
Thank you, Professor. I'm delighted to announce the 4 winners of the 2020 EMS Teaching Awards. In no particular order, they are Mr. Fane Walters, Professor Hanneke de Pre, and Mrs. Tanya Hill, as well as Professor Melanie Wiese.
We have exceptional talent in our faculty, and we have no doubt that they will help us with the next phase of our exciting AACSB journey. We are looking forward to our AACSB initial accreditation visit next year in October. COVID permitting, the chair of our evaluation committee will hopefully visit the faculty in February of next year. In the meantime, we are busy updating the draft self-evaluation report. We must submit our first draft to the chair in February, and then the rest of the team will receive it in May 2022. If we manage to get our accreditation in October next year, we will be the first faculty in economic and management sciences in South Africa to achieve this. We know we can count on all our staff to make this happen. The SPMA have also embarked on a process to accredit their Master of Public Administration program, and we look forward to the next steps. Prof. Steins, any other teaching and learning successes that you want to share with us? And what do you envision for 2022?
The 2020 SAICA ITC results are a testament to our excellent teaching and learning efforts. EMS retained the #1 spot in the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants, or SAICA, initial test of competence, the ITC exam. And we made history with our 2020 final year group achieving an unprecedented 100% pass rate in the April 2021 exams. We can all agree that these achievements are worthy of celebration. Overall, our students have continued to excel. For example, a financial management student was among the 9 top performing graduates for undergraduate excellence recognized by the Vice Principal. An economic student was named the first runner-up in the annual budget speech competition, and a taxation student was the winner of the EY Young Tax Professional of the Year for South Africa. Our alumni have also gone to fly the EMS flag high through awards they have won. One of our BCom Accounting Sciences graduates won the SAICA 2021 Trainee Trailblazer competition. We had a total number of 2,583 students that graduated this year. Of these, 142 students graduated with distinctions, 69 at undergrad level and 73 at postgraduate level. These achievements attest to the quality of our teaching and learning, which we pride ourselves on. For 2022, I envisage that our teaching and learning activities will still be dictated by the COVID-19 lockdown levels. The 2022 year will require preparedness to be flexible and to move to remote face-to-face teaching or both at any stage, if the situation requires it. Although some lockdown levels allow specific cohorts of students to return to campus, all lockdown level regulations limit the number of students allowed in a classroom because of the social distancing requirements. Face-to-face on-campus teaching and learning activities are highly dependent on the government and/or UP regulations related to the level of the lockdown. Therefore, EMS will adopt a dynamic approach to plan and schedule on-campus teaching and learning activities in line with the prevailing regulations, and where circumstances allow for it, EMS will follow a hybrid model of teaching and learning, making optimal use of opportunities for face-to-face tuition. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Prof. Prof. Barak. As we close off the year and forge ahead, what are your plans for your portfolio in 2022?
Prof. Margaret, as the Deputy Dean of Research and Postgraduate Studies, my focus in 2022 will be to bolster the faculty's research outputs. I will focus on the following areas. First, sustainable research capacity and productivity. Pipeline initiatives are a staff work allocation model with a dedicated research career plan, considering sabbatical leave to ensure that we have dedicated time to spend on research. A mentorship program and an academic apprenticeship program for emerging researchers are also planned. Second, EMS's research efforts must demonstrate social impact. This requires deliberate involvement of our stakeholders with our research and increased visibility of our research. Third, the EMS needs to optimize its African-based research because it is a growth opportunity. We aim to identify desired African universities as collaborators for projects that matter to Africa and to invest in these relationships, also through visits and exchange programs in which our students and staff can participate. Fourthly, funding opportunities. 2020 will be a resource-constrained year. Additional efforts will be required for us to cover the shortfall in research funding. We aim to enhance our funding initiatives. This requires synchronization of research needs with funding opportunities and operational changes. And finally, the COVID-19 pandemic provides research opportunities that are already generating new knowledge with a positive impact on society. We will rely on all EMS researchers to take advantage of these opportunities and to become the best researchers that they can.
Professor, I would like to close off by thanking each and every staff member for your commitment and dedication under very difficult conditions. The faculty is nothing without you. Let me once again congratulate the winners. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to celebrate the faculty's achievements with us. May you all have a well-deserved break and a merry festive season with your loved ones. Keep well, stay safe, and see you in the new year. Thank you.